Part 1. White Clouds. Lone Moon. To War. Together, the people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky, a silent reminder perhaps of some inescapable truth.
Oh, shoot. I don't have much time at all, do I?
Unforgivable! I cannot fathom that the Adrestian Empire would embark on such a violent course of action.
And I can understand, since you founded it, why it's so surprising.
The fault is my own. I failed to see the wickedness within Edelgard's heart.
What is her objective?
There is no question on that front. She clearly wishes to conquer all of Fodlan. And in order to achieve her own selfish ambitions, she plotted with ill-meaning strangers and defiled the Holy Tomb. Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seros.
Not sure about that one.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven, nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned, Rhea.
Hey, Shamir.
Welcome back, Shamir. Were you able to discern the Empire's movements?
Their main troops are marching towards Garreg Mach. It is said that they will join forces with Edelgard's army and arrive within 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That is not enough time.
That's what I'm saying.
It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Garreg Mach to flee for their lives.
It will be done.
Professor, listen closely. If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield.
Alright.
If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you.
Why me?
You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are. Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return. I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fodlan.
I got a lot of thoughts I want to say, but I'm waiting for a good moment.
Rhea, please. You must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the progenitor god. Am I correct?
In a sense, our dear professor is a vessel, one who carries the power of the progenitor god within. In time, the vessel will become one with the power contained within, and the progenitor god shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no turning back.
I ask that you help our friend. And in doing so, help her. I am waiting and hoping for the moment when our Creator rules this wayward land once more.
I understand. As ever, I will take you at your word.
Lady Rhea, brother, I will do my part as well.
Flame, were you eavesdropping? Regardless, I am glad to hear it.
Family reunion, sort of?
You owe your life to the Professor, after all. And in the end, they may prove to be our brethren.
You have my gratitude, Sedith. And you as well, Flame. As followers of the progenitor god, it is up to us to see our mission through.
Okay. Whose birthday? If it's not It's not one of the blue lions. Constance. Yeah, I had no choice, did I? Is there one that's meant for nobles?
I am sorry you could find no one but me to share your tea with. I shall endeavor to hold up my end of the conversation nonetheless.
Yo, I thought I was having normal Constance for a second.
You ought not to have gone to such lengths
Oh.
to prepare my preferred tea.
Oh, we starting off right?
Allow me to express my deepest thanks. This is exquisite. What?
Fashion? What? Yeah, I didn't think so. Gardening mishaps? Equipment up?
Such keen
Really?
insight you have.
Okay.
What?
Well, there goes my...
I doubt you
What?
want my opinion.
How does
Yes.
Constance...
Yes.
Okay.
People often remark that I lack any opinions of my own.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
The tea is helping. Disagree?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well,
Thank you for indulging me. I may weep, Professor. Yes.
this is, whoops.
If you have a favor to ask, name it. I shall make myself useful in any way you require.
Oh, that's interesting. Normally I can't do anything when, they're speaking.
Does the sun's glare not vex you? Perhaps it's better if we went inside.
Huh. All right. Anything else? No. I think that's it.
I shall take my leave now. I hope that I have not wasted too much of your time.
All right. That should be charm, right? All right. Now then. Darn it all. Well, certifications. Once more. Can we do it? That's a no. I thought I was supposed to...
I'm not setting a very good example.
Wait a minute. Well, yeah, it won't matter. And with that little stunt, that kind of prevents me from getting Petra. Well, not kinda. Oh. So I'd have joined. Great. So unfortunately, what I would have to do, I have one day. One more singular day. And I think Petra's just hurt. She's closed to me. There's nothing more I can do. I mean, if the certification didn't work now. Wow. Well, that's a bitter pill to swallow, but okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I gotta battle. I've got to take one of these classes and... Well, I mean, I can grind this class, but this one, it's pretty much gone. Unless Now my writing would need a miracle in order to get to D. It's not happening. So, about what Edelgard said, because now that I think about it, the area is revolted, right? Is she saying that the church is responsible for that? That doesn't sound like Rhea's style, to be honest. I mean, maybe it's true, but you also have to wonder that there are many coincidences, and right now Dimitri doesn't seem like he's interested in any of that. So, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's explore. I won't keep this, but I at least feel like this needs to be part of this episode, because before I leave. Rhea?
How are you, Professor? Any new changes to report? With the Imperial army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did. Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice.
I will
May
try.
the goddess's voice reach you.
I don't suppose there's some new faculty training that would unlock at this point. That'd be helpful.
We must protect Garreg Mach. Defiling the holy tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow such a thing to happen again.
All right.
The Archbishop has already given you a new responsibility. I want you to rise to that honor. I have something to ask of you.
Just collect information. All right.
To think Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer. Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle.
We've been away from this for so long, I've almost forgotten what it's like
We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies.
for everyone to know.
Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garreg Mach. Well, we're depending...
See, I could get armored right now. Like, it's just not possible. I need one more dose.
Hey!
Why is Dimitri here of all places? Alright.
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
No longer surprising. He has nothing to say. This man has nothing to say.
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not? It was
Again?
a truly terrible war, once upon a time. I never wanted another war. All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
Mercedes.
I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? Oh, but why would Edelgard do something like this? I'm sure we'll be all right, though, Professor. The goddess will keep us safe.
I wonder when what the Blue Lions will think when this is all. Oh yeah, my boy.
I see. The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator.
Yeah, man. She tried to get you killed.
Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball and the battle of the eagle and lion and everything else.
I will once again say, you know, Dimitri kind of looked like a villain there almost. Though, you know, I don't think I would certainly not. I don't think I classify him as that. He just, you know, resembled one. But as I said, I strongly feel it now. Claude was neutral. He's like, yo, okay. We're just here, though. Like, we're just here.
What is Edelgard even trying to achieve?
she wants to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it.
It's a hard thing to accept.
I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way.
This is representing my mindset
Could
perfectly.
Captain Gerald's death have also been a part of her plan?
Actually,
Don't you go and die on me, Professor. Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
perfectly, honestly. Perfectly. We're like, why does Rhea need to go down like that badly? Right? Like, the only reason, like, when I think of revolutions that have happened, it's well, anyways.
His Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to fight.
Okay. You're truly alright with that?
The hatred of His Highness is also my hatred. Any other feelings I may have are irrelevant.
You do? I've never seen you with that expression.
And if Edelgard was responsible in any way for the tragedy of Duscur, that is something I cannot ignore. If that is the case, then she is my enemy.
I mean, I don't blame you. But geez, guys, I'm starting not to recognize you anymore. Hey, look at.
Professor, I guess it's easy for me to say this now. I'm so glad I'm from the Alliance.
Yeah, we really do seem to be, you know, the in-between party.
I had no idea Edelgard was so scary.
Worth.
Yes, I have.
Crit! Dang! Hilda!
I'm still a delicate flower, you know.
Oh, please! You're getting crits?
Forced to retreat. Well, things will only get tougher from here on out.
Hilda, you whooped her. You got that. Like, in fact, I'm tempted to put you back in your normal class just for a fight against her, a rematch.
And Dimitri seems totally different than before.
Yeah?
I wouldn't bend a knee to either of them.
And how do you feel about Claude?
Well, I definitely don't hate him. He rarely takes things seriously. But somehow, I just know we can always rely on him.
That's why Hilda won't go to the other two routes. She just explained it right there.
Well, if we're forced to protect this place, our future's going to be dark no matter what.
If we are.
You'll battle Edelgard, right? Good luck.
Perhaps I'm not getting Petra because if I did, I would have probably said, you know, forget everything. I'll get Hilda. You know, she has a support with Ferdinand. Don't think I'll be able to get that, then will I?
Me? Oh, I'm going to run away. I have zero interest in dying here, thank you very much.
Honestly, please do, Hilda. Run far away. Stay out of this.
Professor, I saw you looking at me. I know what that look means. You want to add me to your class? Just kidding. But if you did invite me to join, I'd consider it. What? I can't believe you would turn me down.
I was just curious.
Just kidding, of course. You know where to find me if you change your mind. Me?
Yeah. If I'm not making this clear, I'm not, this isn't my run through the monastery. I just wanted to, while my feelings are still here, go through it. Hilda's still an option. Of course she is. This is my Hilda, alright? The one who's been with me through thick and thin. Alright, we got a lot of members in here.
Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself.
You think?
I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles?
For the sake of her ideals?
Ideals she believed in so much, she was willing to start a war over them? Those must be some lofty ideals, to say the least.
Yeah?
I hope this all gets sorted out quickly and safely. I'm worried about my father.
I'm with you there too, Sylvain. Again, just like war is nothing to joke over. War is, you start a war, I feel like, when you feel like you have no other choice. People ask me what would have to happen if I forgave Edelgard. I had to feel like there was no other choice. And even then,
Once the Imperial army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
What's going to happen to us?
I can't. Everything will be alright.
With the knights on our side, and especially with you, Professor, I know we can do this.
Now's not the time to be saying, be sowing doubt and everything. Oh, Dorothea's in our...
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but...
So people ask me why I thought things would go differently with the Black Eagles. This is why. Like a simple... Look at what Dorothea is saying right
The
now.
more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
Us or her, you mean?
But would it really be okay for Edelgard to win?
It's that. It's that. Like, the Blue Lions are the same as the Golden Deer for this part. So my impression was that they were going to fight her. Never did I imagine, never was it crossing my mind that they would join her immediately. And then there's Ferdinand's line, which I wanted to save him so badly after this.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him.
Like, I don't think the other... Like, it didn't seem like the other Black Eagles would just be leaping at the chance.
Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard.
Granted, Bernie hates her father, so...
And my father. He was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its lands. We have lost everything. What do I do?
Like, look at this! Recruiting him was... just when I come back now, it just seems more and more like it reaffirms what I was thinking. I think it's expected that I would think that, I think it's hard for some people who started with the Black Eagles to see that. Maybe. I can't say, but...
I've known His Highness since I was a child, but I've never seen that side of him before.
I see.
He seemed like a completely different person than the one I know.
Yeah. Well, it'll be good to still have you with him, Ingrid.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that?
Seems to think force is the only
I
way.
wonder why she'd think that. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's one more. Oh, and Bernadette is actually out of her room. You don't see that often. But Petra.
I am owing big debts to Duke Garrett of the Empire. He is the Minister of Affairs that are foreign. He is a friend of Edelgard. He is to her side. What should I be doing? Training has given, but...
Yeah, just wanted to check again. Like, to me, it seemed like the Black Eagles needed help. And that's why I was like, let me rescue them. Yeah, you want to know what my opinion was? It's that. That, from a neutral standpoint, when I started putting all the pieces together, I was like, wait a minute. Edelgard teamed up with Monica. Edelgard, I didn't have the whole conversation where it says she wasn't responsible for the tragedy of Dusker and Inbar. Well, for tragedy of Duscur, at least. Nor did Dimitri, you know, have his almost near villainous side come out. I had Claude, who was calm, and it was just like, why us? And then I go to the different houses. I see the Blue Lions seeing Dimitri go off, and I see the Black Eagles like, why would Edelgard fight? What are we gonna do? And Ferdinand, I think, took the cake. He's like, I have nothing. My dad, who I always, I think, took pride in, I mean, I'd assume based on how he pronounced his name all the time, he lost everything. And Edelgard didn't seem to convey to him that was gonna happen. So he's like, what should I do? So I think the idea that why some people were so confused on why I would even imagine that they would fight Edelgard. Well, I mean, just look at this. It seemed like, I mean, again, I wasn't necessarily in Rhea's camp back then. But after what Edelgard did, I was like, well, do I have to support either of them? And I was also convinced that Claude would have his own path. So anyways.
So Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings. The Imperial army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know. You had better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing.
And you would know. Pretty sure I said that last time. Now, will Gilbert open up this time?
There are always small power struggles. Still, it has been hundreds of years since all of Fodlan was consumed by war. I didn't actually think it would come to this. I feel as though I'm not in my rightful place. I cannot protect the things I should.
Annette, the kingdom, Dimitri.
Professor, if I survive this war, I wish to return to my homeland, to the land of my king.
Alright. Still not a party member yet, but...
Hey, we're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning.
That's accurate, I think.
The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations. We're to think, however, the enemy has...
It's like, just looking at this again... I mean, honestly, like I said, the Blue Lion route ironically kind of paints her in a better light. Because in the Golden Deer, we had nothing. And we knew we weren't villains. So it's like, well... Catherine?
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the Monastery, with the full force of the Imperial army behind her. We gotta beat her at her own game. For our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
Okay. Casper?
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. I hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach.
And again, Edelgard is attacking Garreg Mach while they're here. Like, I don't even know how that conversation would even come about with Edelgard saying, will you join me? Oh, I mean, it might go like that, but...
You saw it too, didn't you? The boar's true nature.
Yeah.
He's hidden his desire for revenge pretty well. But now it's stirred up. Well, regardless. That girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter who they are. Don't let compassion for her get in your way.
That's the one thing I don't get. Why would they assume? After what? Well, I mean, immediately after this happened, maybe. But 5 years later, it's like, nah, I never knew you, and so I gotta do what I gotta do.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous emperor.
Really?
My father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
Alright. Well, I think that takes care of all the main units. Now, the Ashen Wolves.
Come on.
Happy?
Lots of people in Abyss are already struggling to get by. War will make things even harder for us.
That's true.
We're sure to run out of food and other supplies. And there will probably be refugees to take care of. Not to mention what might happen if the Empire takes over and decides to redecorate.
Yeah. Those are valid and real concerns.
War's actually coming, isn't it? Unbelievable. Imperial troops in Garreg Mach? It's gonna be wild. Whatever happens won't affect us down here in Abyss, though. Will it?
How could it not? We should have heard what Happy just said. Sum things up perfectly.
Come on.
Oh, Mr. Backup.
Hey, you, listen up. I've got something to report. Aw, guess who was worried about Abyss and came by to check on me? I mean, on us. Isn't that nice? It's just so nice.
Mm-hmm.
My pleasure. Surely the church can spare one night to help you watch over this place.
Well.
I'm not crying. I'm just don't worry about it, okay? Move it along.
Huh.
This might be our last chance to get out of here. I'm leaving Garreg Mach. You should too.
Was she? Never mind.
Protect the students. Have you got a death wish? all right. Take this and try not to get killed.
Wait, you're actually giving me something? Wow. Thank you. Oh, it pays to talk to everybody. Yuri.
This is how it's turned out. I figured as much, but I didn't anticipate it would happen so soon. If Garreg Mach becomes a battlefield, Abyss will have no choice but to get involved.
Yeah.
Everyone here will have no alternative. They've got nowhere else to go.
I could smell a war brewing. And sure enough, here we are. If Fodlan falls into chaos, I wonder if my debts will fall away along with it. Just thinking aloud here.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably.
The Empire wants a fight. Let's give him one to remember.
Oh, you know, there's no harm in at least thinking about that if that, you know, motivates him. Whatnot. You know? And last but not least...
It shakes me to my core that the Empire would lash out so violently. I shall have to reconsider my intended path towards restoring House Nouvelle.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Huh. Well, we certainly got an interesting turning point coming up. I can at least get Ferdinand, but I will have to leave Petra. And I guess by extension, Hilda behind. Though again, like I said, they have a support. They have 4. When would I get it again? I don't even have time to spend time getting their C rank. Unless I can somehow get Hilda later. She said she's running. I hope so. I hope so. Alright, well with that, I'm gonna end it here. All this is reminding me of is just why I was right to feel the way I felt. I'm not sure what happens when you get to this point with the Black Eagles. I imagine it must diverge from there. From when she's revealed. Because unless I literally have the choice to fight her or not to fight her. If that's a choice, then interesting. I mean, very interesting. But we shall see. But for now, I'm going to end it here. Yeah, because if I'm with Edelgard's team, is there even a need for a post-time skip? Because that means Talos would knock me off. We probably battle Rhea, and if Edelgard won without me, she definitely wouldn't with me, you know. Knights would retreat, and we would have control over Garrick Mach. Why would there even need to be a 5-year time skip? Anyways, with that being said, this has been Blade. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.